Then I let me in the door. Then I gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh from out that bottom.
Oh, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. You ain't gotta like, you ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm gonna be explaining who is the father of Historia's child part 2. Now, believe it or not, it's still a lot of people confused about this certain situation where Historia getting pregnant and who the father might be. And you got people who don't even know why she got pregnant in the first place. And you got other people who have been saying that Eren is basically manipulating the farmer's memories into thinking that he is the father, which is not the case because he needs a Titan of royal blood in order to use the power of the Father of Titan to take away memories or manipulate them in any type of way. But then you also got people that are saying that Eren cannot be the father because he was against her getting pregnant in the first place. And that is just not the case as well. Eren was against her getting pregnant for the wrong reason, to basically become a sacrifice to only keep the power of the rumbling in the hands of Paradise Island. So the only reason why she would become pregnant is to basically sacrifice our kid. And that type of life is something that Eren doesn't want Historia to have or be a part of. He cares way too much about Historia's well-being. And you can see that in the latest episode of the final season, where you can see that Eren is the only person that go against the higher ups, while you got everybody being quiet, and he's the only one that actually speaks up. Even though Historia was okay with this, he know deep down this is something that Historia does not want to do, because of him seeing what she has done for the kids that she had brought from the underground city, and basically giving them a second chance of life, giving them a life that they can actually be proud about. Doing that made her happy because he felt like she was actually changing things for the better. And Eren knew that she was lying when she said that, yeah, I'm okay with making babies and bringing them into this world only to be sacrificed. He knew that she was lying because that would be going against what she was trying to do back in season 3 of part 1, basically giving kids a second chance of life by giving them the freedom to live the life that they want and live the life that they can actually be happy about. And that's what brought Eren closer to the story, because she was actually changing things for the better. And that's something that Eren could never do. Even though he had Titan powers, the people that he cared the most about were still dying because of him not being able to control his powers and gaining the trust from his comrades to actually have them rely on him instead of the other way around. And he could not change that. But then he looked at this girl, Historia, who didn't have Titan powers but was able to change so much. She gave kids that was from the underground city a better life where they could actually be happy and free. And then she also stopped the cycle of royals and royals. So she was able to basically change a lot of things for the better, and it made Eren realize, like, damn, she is the one who was the strongest out of all of them. Just look at all the shit that she has changed, and she's a normal fucking person, but still was able to do things that I could not fucking do. And I'm a Titan with all this fucking power. So it made Eren get closer to her because she's actually trying to accomplish true freedom, and that's exactly what Eren is trying to do as well. They both would truly give up their own freedom just to see other people happy and live the life that they can actually be proud about. And both of them having that responsibility to change things for the better, because Eren is the founder Titan and because Historia is the queen. Their responsibility to change everything for the better, it brought them closer, and them understanding that they both felt like they should not be born into this world. So it's only right for them to basically come together to make a baby and tell the baby that you should be born to this world and that you're free to live the life that you can be happy about, and you don't got to worry about nobody coming to take that freedom or happiness away from you, just like what had happened to Historia and Eren, because they both lost their freedom, but they both came together and helped each other get their freedom back by Eren calling Historia a normal girl when she didn't want to be nice anymore, because that's not who she truly was. She was forced to be Krista. She didn't have the freedom to be Historia. And by Eren calling her normal when she was Historia instead of Krista, it didn't only make her comfortable with being herself, but it also made her feel free with being herself as well. And that's why she told Eren, like, hey, you calling me normal, it actually made me happy. But once in her life, it actually made her happy to be Historia instead of Krista. And in return, she freed Eren by giving him a different perspective on how he should do things, by telling him, like, hey, why should we want to save humanity? Let humanity get wiped out by the Titans. Like, why should we care? Humanity is the reason why we think that the world looks ugly when it's actually a beautiful place. It's just that the people that's living inside of it that makes it look ugly, you know? And like I said, by her saying that, it freed him from the image that he was trying to have amongst his comrades. Eren wanted to do everything the right way. He didn't want to fight Annie, even though he clearly seen her transform into the female Titan. He still didn't want to fight her. He didn't want to let go. Even though he knew that he needed to become a devil to get things done, he kept fighting it because he didn't want to be looked at as the monster. But after hearing what Historia had told him, he's like, you know what? You're right. I should stop caring about what other people think what I'm doing is right or wrong, as long as I'm just fighting for what I believe in, and I believe in true freedom. And that's what I'm fighting for, the freedom of my people. And if I need to be a devil in order to attain my freedom, then so be it. Historia is the one who helped Eren realize that. And by Historia saying that she is humanity's worst enemy, but she's still Eren's ally, that says a lot. And now Eren knows that he can trust her, which he truly does. Out of everybody, out of Mikasa and Armin, Eren went to Historia and told her his plan because he knew that she would understand in some type of way. Because at the end of the day, the reason why they got so close is because of what they both were trying to accomplish, which is true freedom and to basically create better lives for everybody that's living on Paradise Island. So it's only right that Eren is the father. Now, it's probably a lot of people that's saying like, okay, you said all those things about Eren and it does seem like he is the father. But if Eren truly is the father of Historia's kid, then why is the farmer brought in this situation? And the reason why the farmer is in this situation is because he's there to mislead you, not only mislead the audience, but also mislead the characters within inside the story. Right now, Eren is the enemy, right? And if the higher-ups would have found out that Eren and Historia has been in contact with each other, basically talking to each other without permission, which is something that they've been doing, if the higher-ups would have found that out, then it's no telling what they would try to do to Historia, knowing that they can't trust Eren and that Eren is the enemy. They like, shit, we're trying to kill Eren and Historia is most likely on his side, then we probably got to get her out the way as well. And that's something that he doesn't want to happen. So the farmer is brought in the situation to basically mislead not only the audience, but also the characters within the story as well, because you can't really question the farmer because the farmer literally grew up on the farm. He always have been there. So he wasn't brung over by Yelena. He's not part of the Jaegerists and nothing like that. He's not being manipulated by nobody. So if you look at it, you really can't question that. The higher-ups would never come send soldiers to come check up on Historia because it's like, why? Why would you? So the farmer is the perfect person to mislead you into thinking that he is the father. Because like I said, you would never question that. And just think about the question that Historia gave to Eren, like, oh, how would you feel if I had a baby? Like, that's not a question that you just give to anybody. That's a question that you literally give to your significant other. Like, why would she care what Eren think if she didn't want Eren to be part of it, you know? So it doesn't really make sense. And like I said, Eren wasn't against her getting pregnant at all. He was against her getting pregnant for the wrong reason. But now Historia is pregnant for the right reason, which is basically helping Eren save Eldia and make the world a better place, not just for her and Eren, but also for her child that she bring into this world. And any other child that gets born into the world that Eren is trying to create. So in my opinion, I feel like he is the father. Like, it doesn't make sense if he's not the father, you know? Like, all that shit that I just said about Eren and how he should be the father, compared to the shit that I said about the farmer, it's like, yeah, it leans a little bit more toward Eren being the father than the farmer being the father. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be highly disappointed if Eren is not the father. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy about it, but shit, if it's not him, then shit, it's not really that big of a deal. But if it is him, then cool, you know? And him being the father of Historia's child would just make sense why he's fighting so hard. And the fact that Armin and Mikasa is trying to stop him from making sure that his child never goes through what he went through by giving his child true freedom. Freedom that he can never attain for himself, you know? And the fact that Ymir, the founder, is most likely going to be reincarnated into Historia's baby. It's like Ymir is helping her own father destroy the world. That's just crazy to think about. Like, I just realized that. That's just crazy. But this is the end of the video, man. You ain't got to like, you ain't got to comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. And I'm out, bro.